what's happening, y'all? I'm walking with my 150th guest, this guy right here, Mr. TJ Hoffman, former roadie, current filmmaker. He's got a new film coming out called ROADIE, My Documentary. And today, we're gonna talk about a few tips and ideas and thoughts with TJ here, because he's talked to a lot of roadies about what makes for a long career in the industry. Because I know you get a lot of times probably people ask you, right, like, how do I get into this industry? What do I do? So what are some first thoughts you got for us?
Listen, the hardest part is to get yourself in the element, right? Whether it's a small venue, a club, even a bar that has that plays some local cover bands, whatever. Get involved, talk to those guys, see if they need help. Don't look for money. It's going to be hard to get paid,
right.
But get involved. Ask if you can help them break down drums or move stuff into a car. Get involved little by little. Get your feet wet. Be in the element. Be in the environment, and one thing will lead to another.
People talk about being a good hang, or as you put it, not being a punisher.
Yeah.
What does that mean? Like, how do you put that into a real thought?
Well, in the roadie world, you not only are on stage with the band as they perform, but the other 23 hours of the day, you're living with them, you're eating with them, you're traveling with them.
Yeah.
And if you can't get along with other people, and you can't live with and you can't adapt to other people's way of living, you're never going to make it. And you're a punisher.
Right.
You're that guy.
You're a punisher. I love that.
Yeah. Nobody wants a punisher on tour. So a lot of times, even when I had the opportunity to pick a crew to work with me on the road, I would sometimes I would sacrifice technical skill because I got along with them better.
Right.
So they weren't the best tech or guy to be on the road, but you know what? I'd rather be with this guy that knows a little bit less,
right? But
I can get along with him. I can live with him, and he's a chameleon. He's out of the way. He doesn't get in the artist way, which is most important.
Right.
And then you can work and live with other people. That's huge.
So today, as opposed to like when you went through and you were a roadie and whatnot, there are a lot more schools people can go to, audio schools, things like that. Where do you lie on that side of the whole thing? Should people go to school? Should they not go to school? Are you going to learn the skills you need to learn?
I'm gonna get in trouble either way I go, right?
It's a tough one.
With a lot of the old schoolers and stuff.
Right.
But
same thing like film school, right? Should you spend all that money, go to AFI to learn the skill, or just pick up a camera, start doing it, and learn from other people? What do you think?
Well, my personal opinion is you need to have the basics, right? You need to know. You need to know where you're in. You just can't jump in and say, I'm going to make a film and not know how to operate a camera. And I've had those growing pains from the filmmaker side. But on the roadie side, if I had the opportunity to do maybe 3 or 4 months of getting the basics under my belt, before I went to audio engineering school, something that would help me on the road, it would have been essential, definitely.
Yeah.
But the only way, no matter what school you go to, no matter what classes you take, the only way you're going to learn that business is to get on the bus. Pack your bags, get on the bus, and go out there and get in the trenches with the guys.
Yep, for sure.
That's it.
For sure. What keeps you in? What keeps you from burning out? How do you create a career of longevity?
Yeah, that's a tough question, and everybody's a little bit different. Longevity comes from being around good people, good band, right? You want to be there. You don't want to always be somewhere else. You want to be there.
Yeah.
Right? When you're established and you get fortunate enough to be traveling with another band or a big band on a big tour or a festival run, the pay is pretty decent, right? So you get adapted to making decent money. You're hardly spending any money because all the venues you get fed.
Yeah.
Days off, you spend money.
Yeah.
Right. So you get adapted to that, where you just one more year. It's hard. It's hard because I would say a couple of times I'm done. I want to take a break, and then it was like, but next month they're doing Japan. I've never been to Japan. All right, I'm gonna stick it out for 1 more month.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do this last tour, and then I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
And then it business sucks you back in.
Sure.
You know, and especially if you're with your friends and your family, and you get to be with, like, fortunate for me, my friends are the artists, the bands. So they would call me first. Can you go do this run with us for 2 weeks? You know, we're going to Europe. We're taking 2 days off. We're going to Mallorca, Spain. Then we're going to Sardinia, Italy. Dude, it's going to be rad. Come with us. It's going to be fun.
Join the circus.
So you sacrifice those 3 days of no sleep working because you know in a couple of days you're going to be off and you're going to be cruising down the Danube River in Budapest with your buddies.
Right.
Nothing beats that.
Right. But there must come a time in one's career when you sort of have to step away from, you know, the trappings of the road and start thinking more forward to, I got to clean it up a little bit or whatever it is, curb my appetite a little, and start thinking about,
You guys
know,
want to settle down, right? You can't have, it's hard to have a relationship unless you have a very, very understanding wife or a significant other back home.
Yep.
And you miss a lot of family stuff.
Right.
So a lot of guys just said, look, my mom's getting older and I just had to take a year off the road to spend time with my family.
Yep.
And then in that year, they had to make ends meet. So as a guy, I got a gig at a drum store.
Right.
And I'm doing okay there. And as much as I miss the road, I'm still involved. I'm still in the music business. I love what I do. I see these guys touring and whatever.
Yep.
And they keep their feet wet and then they kind of wean off the road.
Right. Cool,
You know?
man. You heard it right here first, people, from TJ Hoffman. Go check out his film, ROADIE, my documentary, coming out this fall 2019. It's going to be good. Thanks for tuning in. Hit the like button if you like